Thanks very much, John. I really appreciate that introduction. And your infectious enthusiasm spreads to all of us, so thank you so much for your introduction. And thank you so much for what your organisation does. And the enthusiasm that John just showed is spread right across this room. It's something that's really infectious to us at Sprouts and really infectious to all of us at the Healthy Foundation and gives us a lot of inspiration for the work that you're all doing. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate your contribution. I really appreciate you being here. And as much as anything else, when you hear those beautiful little children talking about what happens in their gardens, I hope it makes you all feel proud what you're doing to create those kind of thoughts and the way those kids were speaking about what you're all doing. So congratulations. Give yourselves all a big round of applause, please. I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to be here to represent Sprouts and represent Sprouts' commitment to the Healthy Gardens Foundation. What you're doing across the country, thousands of gardens as you were talking about it. We're very pleased to work with all of our partners and work with all of you in making those gardens come alive. There's nothing more. I find it so inspiring when you go to a garden, and you'll see some pictures later of some of the things that we've been doing, but when you go to one of these gardens and you see a little 6-year-old pulling a carrot out of the ground and shaking the dirt and going, "Whoa, it's a carrot." It's kind of the inspiration that comes from seeing food come alive. And I've been very lucky in my career in that I've been a food person all my life. I had no idea about grocery shops and food before I started my career. My mother did say to me when I got my first job in the food industry, "You should be okay, Jack, because everybody's got to eat." So she was kind of right. It worked out pretty well. It's a long time ago now. I've worked in the United Kingdom. I've worked in the United States. I worked for a company called Tesco in the UK, and then I worked for Safeway in the United Kingdom. Then I came over to work for Walmart in 2007 in Arkansas. The cultural challenge of moving from London. Anyone in here from Arkansas? There must be. Hey! Woo pig suey. It was a great place to grow up, a great place to learn about the United States. Then I moved to Los Angeles, then I moved to Arizona. So I've seen a bit of different parts across America. But one of the things that I've had a passion for all the way is how we can create better food for customers right across the country. We in the UK and in Europe, I think America's catching up a little bit on some of the issues around food, about the quality of fresh foods, eating more healthy, trying to avoid artificial colorings and flavorings. A lot of the things that are in the food system is kind of evolved from Europe across to the United States. And I was very lucky to get the opportunity to work for Walmart for many years, the largest food retailer in the world, and giving access to a lot of food value to people, but a lot of opportunity perhaps to improve some of the things that they sell. And we worked hard at produce. And one of the things that I was very inspired to be able to do was work with Michelle Obama, who came to Walmart and wanted to change. The Let's Move campaign was about getting kids out, healthier kids, create more playgrounds, create more facilities for health, for people to get active, and also to inspire less salt, less sugar, less bad things in the diets. And that's something that you can see so inspired by gardens like the ones you're all involved in across the country. So putting that together, and her commitment to improving the health of the kids of America was quite inspiring as well. And I wish you'd all got the opportunity to hear her talking about those kind of things and how important it is for the initiatives that you've got. So I've got a real passion for how retailers have a responsibility to try and improve the health of the nation and the health of the kids in the nation. And that's something that we've worked hard at Sprouts. When I think about why Sprouts is a very different type of retailer in the sense that we're much bigger in fresh foods than most grocery stores. We sell a lot of vitamin supplements. We sell a lot of products that are more health focused. We target healthy enthusiast customers who are interested in very specific attributes and very specific differentiated products. And that's been very exciting for us because we've got 410 stores across the country. We opened 2 new stores. We're opening 35 this year, 2 new stores yesterday, one in Rockville, Texas, in Dallas, Texas, and one in Victorville, California, both of which are doing terrifically well in the first day. As a retailer, you look at that every morning. How many sales did we do the day before? So we're very excited about those stores and excited about building stores from sea to shining sea right across the country. How can we bring more access to healthier, better quality food to more people? And that's something that aligns very much with what we're doing here with all of you in the gardens, how the two things come together. And that's why we're so committed to the school gardens. Our values are, that we've captured what we believe are values and what matters a lot. And I think you can see on a slide. Our values are in the middle there. Care, own it, and love being different. We really appreciate the fact that we have a responsibility to care for each other, all of our 32,000 people that work for our company, to care for our customers, to care for the communities that we serve, and to care for the planet that we're responsible for. And we work very hard to make sure the sourcing policies take proper cognizance of animal husbandry, take proper cognizance of how the soil grows in the products that are sold to us, take cognizance of how the people that are working in the agriculture space are treated and handled. It's an important part of that value of care. We want to be different. We love being different. And I think even the fact that we're here today and how we operate is that we've got we want to be a different type of supermarket, and we work very hard at that. And that's part of being a responsible company with shareholders and owning it, taking responsibility for what we do and delivering against that. We think those 3 things can come together really effectively: the value of own it, the value of care, and the value of loving being different. And that's a fairly fundamental part of how we like to operate with each other in the company. And that's linked to the growth that I think we're being able to achieve. The fact we're building 35 stores this year, we'll build another 40 after that. So we've got about 100 stores ready to open across the country. So in relatively short space time, we'll be at 500 stores. And that kind of links to the work that we're doing in terms of the gardens. It really is, as I said earlier, it's really inspiring to see the opportunity to be part of these gardens and working it through. So if you put the next slide up. This is me being not very effective in the LA, that's the LA district director that's with me there, and he was pushing me out of the way because I wasn't doing a very good job at painting the little garden thing that we've got there, and that's my son Callum. And it's very important, I think, we've all got people growing up recognizing how important it is for kids to recognize how important the whole process of school gardens are, and the process of how we grow our food and the quality of the food that we grow. And it's certainly something that Michelle and I try and inspire in our children. And it's being a volunteer at these things. And what I'm really pleased about is so many of our 32,000 people that work for us volunteer to support their gardens in the local communities. And that's something that kind of shows that they believe in what we're doing and committed to make it working. And we very much try and encourage that going forward. The Garden School Foundation in Los Angeles, I think, are they here today? Hey! Can you give them a big round of applause? And thank you for putting up with me that day, because I was getting in the way rather than helping, I think. But it was great to see. And we spent some time, Callum and I spent some time with the school headmistress. And these people, the school teachers and school headmistresses that are supporting your initiative around the country, are an inspiring group of people. It's so important to us as a nation, as a country, to have teachers who care about their kids with such passion and energy. And I find it so inspiring meeting them. And I think I know you play a key role in inspiring those teachers to inspire those children. And right around the country, I hear amazing stories about how teachers are changing kids' lives. And so, again, credit to all of you supporting that group of people. And that's something that was very alive in LA. It was very alive in Denver when we went to visit some gardens in Denver as well. So I was delighted to be at Denver 2 years ago. Lindsay, thanks for inviting me back here to here in this beautiful Torrey Pines. But it's great to see some familiar faces from Denver. It's great to see some new faces that have joined us today. I hope we can make this movement grow further and further as we go forward. And I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a fantastic day. So thanks ever so much, everybody.